A trip back to yesteryear is part of a popular summertime tradition of learning about the history of Marquette. Local 3's Isaiah Williams has more about the 8th year for the historical bus tours.
UP residents and tourists of all ages get a chance to travel back in time to see Marquette as it was more than 100 years ago. It's part of a unique program through the Marquette Regional History Center.
I'm really worried about the children in this community and the outbreak of polio.
Oh, Josephine, that is so worrisome indeed. Let me tell you about this 10-year-old that came in. She was complaining of a high fever and a stiff neck. And the next thing I know, the doctor has diagnosed her with polio.
The historical bus tour comes alive through the characters that tell the stories from long ago.
For people who live here all their life, it's easy to just drive by a building or a location and not think about it. But each of those places has a real story behind it. A story where people live, people created this place.
The bus made a special stop at the Marquette County Courthouse where Teddy Roosevelt told the group about his libel trial.
I've just left the courtroom where George Newitt of Ishpeming has admitted his folly in labeling me a drunkard in his newspaper.
I think it gives the people that live here now a pride of place. It really makes them think about their town differently and put some value into that.
The history of Marquette is kind of, in a sense, developing all the time. And we have to kind of look back at some of the things that occurred here that some people are unaware of. And so it's basically these bus tours bring some of them to life.
History can have a very real side to it. For instance, behind me is the Marquette County Courthouse where the infamous 1959 movie Anatomy of a Murder was filmed. Knowing our history helps us better understand our community and the institutions we have here. Reporting in Marquette, I'm Isaiah Williams, Local 3 News.